guys, welcome back for our second part of this doubleheader between Liquid and Winterfox. We just witnessed the knife round go the way of Winterfox. They're going to start off on the CT side here. Overpass is going to be the battlegrounds for this. Once again, Mega Man and Holy Man bringing you guys the action tonight. And Overpass being the map, what do you expect to see on this one?
I expect to see a lot of the same, to be honest. I think this is also could be another playground for Liquid. They have Kusta who can op, Simple who can op, and this is a map that you can take advantage of that and move it around the map. Looks like we have a quick B strat here for Liquid though, so slowing it down a little bit.
Which is interesting because it's kind of a counter strat going out from Winterfox. They took long A control and pushed very aggressively over. So a lot of information being gathered here from Winterfox's side. They spot nothing over at A. They're going to continue to push on through. They're actually going to send a couple of players all the way down in towards the terrorist spawn. So this is going to be a huge pinch onto these players. And there's nobody watching for the flank. Kusta's actually lining up a smoke right now. Nitro
this
is
really good for Winterfox right now. They have all the information. Liquid's gonna have no idea that 3 people are flanking from T spawn, so this could be big.
They're making a lot of noise. The execution's coming out. Now the flank comes out. Lex finds Kusta, takes him down immediately. The spam through the smoke is actually going to net another kill. Elige goes down, and now the pinch. Look at this bomb site control coming back in from Winterfox. Nitro's screwed. He's inside of that smoke. There's not much that he can do, and he goes down immediately to Desi. They should be able to hop on the defuse without much problem. Anger's going to be able to decapitate Hiko, and it's all down to Simple in a 1v5. What a beautiful job from Winterfox into this round.
Yeah, you called it right off the bat. They pushed Fountain, got all the information in the world. It's why I really like teams to run more of a default style, because at least you get on T side, for if you run a default before you run into your execute, unless you're going to do something quick, at least you stop the pushes. You get the information. You allow to find where the CTs are pushing, where they didn't do that on that round. CTs pushed through T spawn, and it was a perfect counter to what Liquid did that round.
Here's a fun little buy up here from Liquid's side. AK on the back of Simple, Tech 9s, and armor to boost. Hiko's going to be the only one without the armor to work with, but they've got a lot of utility behind this as well. A couple of smokes and some flashes. HE grenade on the back of Nitro. So this is going to be interesting, because if they can steal this one away from Winterfox, and it's almost like a hard counter again here from Winterfox, as they've invested heavy into the rifles. They're not even playing around going for the SMG buys or anything like that. So this is going to be very, very interesting to see this round unfurl. And Desi, aggressive in bathrooms, he's going to actually book it on out of there and fall all the way back into the A bomb site with XP3. So very dangerous round here from Winterfox.
Crazy counter by Winterfox. You know, well, most pro teams, at least 2 or 3 people are buying SMGs now just to get that extra money bonus. They don't have a single SMG, and that's really surprising. I'm not sure what prompted them to do that, if they knew something about Liquid that we don't know, but it's just a really smart play by them.
Yeah, yet to actually see any of the rifles in the hands of the Winterfox side. Oh, and now XP3 falling back. He actually gets a pop shot taken at him. But it's going to be a leash coming around on long A that's going to put the kink in the think here for Lex. He's going to come right around. The smoke is fading. Lex is going to get pinched. But there's Desi hiding back in the corner. And there's the frags coming out. Desi finds Hiko. Simple and Alicia going to be able to trade that one back. And now the AK from Simple going to work. XP3 falls. The bomb is down over here at A, but it's not going to be too much of a problem. They can plan on the backside for bathroom, or they can play, or pardon me, the front side for bathroom, or the backside for bank. And now it's just Anger. He's spotted. He goes down. Simple with the big 3K. That's the AK going to work for him. And Liquid, the force up. That's them the round, and look at that reset for Winterfox already.
Really good play by Liquid. They got the force up. They had the utility. That's one thing that Winterfox didn't have. And to hold A, if you're going to fall back and not get an early pick out of bathrooms or down on stairs, and you're going to fall back into A, it's a very, very hard site to hold without mollies, without counter flashes. They didn't have any. They were basically playing off the fact that they were going to get trade killed. Well, Hiko rushes out. He gets killed. Simple gets the quick trade. And the guy that's at truck, he's hopeless. He has nothing to fight an AK and 3 techs running at him. So what are you gonna do? It was a really good play by Liquid. And it's a good play by Winterfox, but they just couldn't. They needed to get that early pick to make it easier to hold A.
And I believe Lex actually took out some of his frustrations from that last round by knifing Anger in the ass. He actually knifed him to 28 HP. So probably not the start that they want over here on the Winterfox side, but. Again, we're going to see that swap of economy. They actually salvaged the M4 and the FAMAS into this next round. So that's 2 players that didn't really have to buy down. You can see how it affected Alicia's economy. He's at $3,100 moving forward into this one. And Simple actually 4-1 to start off the opening 2 rounds. So pretty solid. Desi, though, will be able to cap one player over here in Subway, but that's all he's going to be able to get right now as they're starting to clear out this A bomb site. Lex goes down. Flowsick over here by Optimus is going to go down to Simple as well. And now the bomb is planted over here at A. So the retake is on. 2 players coming around from long, but they're going to get spotted out. Kusta trying to do as much work as he can, but he's going to give away his life. Anger finds a leash, so it's still within the realm of possibility that they can do this. They've salvaged the M4 as well to try and go for this, but the lack of armor is going to be the problem. Simple with 31 health, still taking these battles at long, but now he tucks away in cover, and Hiko's going to pop flash him out. There's the flash, there's the peek, and not going to be able to spot anything just yet. So it looks like with the AK and M4 being salvaged, Winterfox are content taking those guns into the next round.
Yeah, this is going to be a good round by Winterfox. They accomplished what they wanted to. They got some economy taken away from Liquid, killing 3 players, and they also got 2 guns out of it. You know, and it's kind of interesting that the knife happened because Winterfox may have chosen to be a little bit more aggressive if Anger had 100 HP going into this at the end of that round. You never know. Like, could have been totally. But I feel like that's the smart play. Get the guns. This is going to allow you to buy in this round, and you need to start racking up CT side rounds because it can spiral out of control really quickly.
So now we see a force up from the Winterfox camp. I'm going to put a Deagle in head armor with a kit onto Lex. 4 kits on the board as well for the Winterfox side, so XP3 going to be the only one without that. He has no utility either, goes for the force onto the FAMAS. But with those 2 guns carrying over, now they're going to get aggressive. Oh man, how does Kusta mess that up? He doesn't get the spray down on Flowsick. It might have been a pop flash around the corner, but Winterfox is cleaning up. Elise finally able to answer back. He's got 1 more to beat over here by the squeaky door. That's not going to be a peek just yet. Down to a 3v2, still manageable for Liquid. Well, maybe it was, but Lex is going to make short work of that. Finds the last 2 kills onto Elise and Hiko, salvages the AK, and Winterfox steal another round away.
Yeah, Winterfox made the right call there. Liquid was trying to do a quick hub control, which I call hub, the water connector between the stairs and short B. I don't know. There's a on the side of HUD it says hub, so we call it hub. So I don't know what you call it, but they were able to push through the door, get the quick 2 kills, really well done, and they still had 3 guns going into the end of that round. So their economy's starting to build up here.
Fast strat coming out from the T side of Liquid, but they're not accounting for the flank coming around, and Flowsick with the MAC-10 finds 2 kills. Gonna be able to light up Nitro and finish off Simple. Elise does answer back, and look at how quickly they're trying to work their way up, but denied again. XP3 gonna dink down Kusta, finishes him off with the body shot, and it's down to a 2v4. So Winterfox making a stand now on their CT side, trying to string a couple of rounds together to get themselves into that right money mindset here. But that quick push down through long A nets them the opening 2 kills, and it's pretty much all she wrote from there, unless Elise and Hiko can do something magical here and turn this round on its head.
I really don't like what Liquid's doing right now. They've had 2 aggressive T rounds in a row without knowing how Winterfox is going to play. That's the 2nd round in a row that Winterfox has been aggressive. They want Liquid to be aggressive, and it's worked to their favor both times. They tried to aggressively push towards Fountain. Winterfox overstacked that. Flowsick those easy kills, and now they're in a bad situation to win this round. I like there's no default so far for Liquid, and they haven't found out how Winterfox is playing. They're just kind of playing off the cuff, forcing buys, and being way too aggressive in the early parts of these rounds.
Really nice shot from Anger there. Finds the opening pick onto Elise, and now it's just Hiko in a 1v4. We've seen him clutch out some craziness in the past, but not going to happen this time around, as Lex is going to finish him off from up in the heaven deck. And that is going to be Winterfox taking the lead, and that's going to force a save now for the Liquid side. So we'll see if they upgrade any pistols here, or if they want to get an AWP in the hands of Kusta or Simple moving forward. But again, Kusta kind of continuing to struggle right now. He's 0-5 on the scoreboard. He does have 3 assists to speak of, but not really getting all the damage out that he really wants to do here. So we'll see if Liquid's going to be able to answer back. They upgrade a couple of pistols, but it's mostly just going to stay on the default side of things, and it's a very fast strat in towards B. Nitro up on short B. He gets smoked off and spotted, so now they're going to have to revamp their strat.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to take short A quickly here.
So they push on up towards the bathroom side. Molotov comes out. Well, that one's blocked off, so we'll go back around to the other side of bathrooms. And now they start filtering in, but XP3 actually gets dinked, so it's really going to be on Desi to hold the line over here by the backside of long A. They do have backup in the form of Lex coming on around. He's going to spot one out, takes down Hiko, and it's down to a 3v5. Kusta, well, he does get a nice shot there, takes down Lex, but Desi still holding that angle, is going to find another one. Finds a third, actually, and it's going to be all down to Simple. 1 dig to the face of Desi. It's a 3v1 now. Very tough situation for him to be in, and he's got to get 3 more kills to clutch out this round.
I wouldn't count him out. Flowstick is by himself, and he's the only one that has full HP. So he needs to get this kill to end the round, and he's gonna get it. And the knife. Oh goodness. And you, that's the last
4x3
thing.
screwed Simple right there. 4x3. He saw his shoulder coming around the corner.
Yeah.
Less than 4x3.
Yeah, last thing you want is Simple tilting at all, and getting knifed is not going to help that. So it should be fine. And going back to Kusta, yeah, he's struggling, but they've been forcing. So this is the first round he's going to have an opportunity to get an op. And that last round really shows, even though it was an eco, if you have counter flashes and mollies for A and you're playing in the site, they played it really smart, mollied off the stairs. It's very hard for the teams to get in when they don't have any utility to smoke off anything.
And Desi aggressive at stairs, already finding the opening pick, takes Simple down. So 10 seconds into the round, a man advantage already for the Winterfox side, and they're looking pretty healthy here on the CT side so far. I mean, ever since they got reset early on in this half, they've kind of come out of gates and done some serious work so far. So again, kudos to them. They're starting to stack up the money. The only low one is going to be Lex at $650, Desi at $2,100 to follow that, but the other 3 are up over $4,300. So
yeah, I mean, XP3 really loves to have an op on this map, but they've just done so well. He's kept the AK. He still has tons of money. He'll be able to buy an op when he wants to, but it's just they've been playing this really well.
Yeah, no reason to invest into something that's not necessary when your M4 work is netting you guys kills, netting you guys rounds. So this is an awkward situation for Liege. Actually spots Lex, Lex spots him. There's the peek out, but he's got to get ready for XP3, who was actually primed to get a trade there from stairs, but actually falls all the way back down towards the B bomb site. And look at this, A is wide open right now. Desi's going to be the only one that's even remotely close for a flank kill, but they're going to press on in towards A, but because they're going so lackadaisically in towards the A bomb site, that's allowed for this rotation to come in. Now everything is kind of smoked off right here, but Winterfox is going to be able to get out in front of this, and there you go. XP3 just swings on Kusta, takes him down, no reply whatsoever, comes around the corner, but it's going to be Nitro and Hiko to answer back. And again, Ali's just looking for the flank, but Desi's actually going towards long A. So he might be able to get up into a decent position here to try to find a couple of these kills. As Anger makes some noise here from the CP spawn. And there you go. Another kill goes out. Anger finds a second, and all of a sudden it's down to Elige in a 1v2. That bomb ticking away very, very quickly. He's going to take the wide peak, but he gets shut down. And there is a kid on Desi, so this is going to be another round for Winterfox.
Yeah, I don't like that post-plant positioning by Liquid at all. They had 2 guys by truck just kind of on top of each other, and that's never a position you want to be in. Like, you don't have much room to move. They're easy for information for the CT side. Once they get that first kill, they see you and they know you're there. It's just you need to get in better positions than that. That was actually a really interesting round. XP3 pushed through bathrooms and then down the stairs, so he overcalled that they could be going B. They only had that one guy in bathrooms. Like you said, they were easily able to take the A site. That was just a really good retake by Winterfox. They played it really patient, and Desi was able to push from long A and get an easy kill. A great play by, I think, what was Anger on the stairs, and they retook the site in a 2v3, I think.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy there from the Liquid side. So this time around, it is going to be another rebuy, and XP3 getting very aggressive in long A and not ready for that. Desi is there for a trade, so Nitro takes down XP3. Desi goes into 1, but he falls. Maybe over peaking a little bit right there, and it's a 2-for-1 trade. Again, favoring the Liquid side, but we saw how they kind of squandered that advantage going into that last round, and Simple's going to try to make a bid for that not happening again this time around as he does find the kill on the Lex. So we're down to a 4v2. Anger already out in front of Optimus, so he's going to put himself into a decent position here to try to stop a plan if he can, and that's going to be Nitro to fall. So he's got to be very careful, though. Kusta at long A, he's going to get spotted out, and Flowstick actually comes around and makes it a 2v2. So back into a manageable situation here for Winterfox. And
this is incredible.
what is happening? What is Liquid doing right now? Kusta falling off of long A, no trade being able to be made. And Flowstick, they already knew that he was flanking. He finds a second kill from that. So now it's a 2v1 favoring Winterfox. And with Kusta in the position that he's in, I mean, Flowstick right around the corner. Not going to be able to spot him. Walks on by. So again, another opportunity for Flowstick to backstab.
He could have got a knock right there. Yeah, I mean, it was that simple. I was just going to say how poorly Winterfox played that round. It was from one sloppy round by Liquid to a sloppy round by Winterfox with, you called it, XP3 peek too wide. They had a perfect setup where XP3 just, he peeks, takes a shot, hides, and the trade comes out from long A. Well, that didn't happen. XP3 peaked too long. The trade happened, but the counter trade by Liquid also happened. And then all of a sudden, Liquid were just in all these positions where they were taking 1v1s, losing the fights, and Winterfox comes away with that round. It doesn't make any sense.
Boggles the mind a little bit, Holy Man. Boggles the mind.
It's just
But with
some
that
sloppy
being
play.
said, I mean, 6-2 now for Winterfox. Definitely not what I kind of expected to see in this matchup. We see kind of that same second round bye out of Liquid here, and Simple almost catches the head of, I believe that's Flowsick. Yeah, Flowsick jumping around over there by the plank in the wall, and almost gets caught. That smoke on short is actually a really bad smoke. That gives a lot of line of sight here for Simple to push up behind this if he so desires, but he's just going to bide his time for the time being and wait for any extra pushes to come out. And the re-smoke is actually good, so they don't have to worry about that. But now Flowsick's going to push up aggressively behind this. Anger finds the opening pick, but he gets traded. And now, there you go. Elish finds the second one. They're going to get into this B-bomb site. They've got the numbers advantage. The molly comes in, but it's off the mark. And Simple, with a good line of sight, actually going to chip up XP3, who was jumping up behind that up in heaven with the AWP, but it's going to come down to Desi, Lex, and XP3 on this retake. Desi's been spotted. Lex hasn't been spotted getting out into the pit, and XP3 is going to get tagged down to 23, but there's the trade kill. Lex comes in, finds that one. There's another trade. Kusta goes into one, but drops immediately afterwards, and now it's going to be this 2v2, and XP3 just locking it down. Now they know where Simple is, and he wasn't even defusing. Desi, 10-second defuse, but he should have plenty of time for this, and it's going to be 7-2.
That was a great
So
retake.
another retake.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that was too sloppy by Liquid. I think they did a really good job. They took the site, they threw these smokes down, which allowed them to get those 2 entry kills, and they got the bomb planted. Everyone was in the site, and they made the right play. They had 2 guys rotate out of the site real quickly through long B, back over to short B, and they set up at Hut. Well, the problem was, I think Simple was in a really bad position. He was behind Monster all by himself, and no one traded off of him. He was the only guy that had an AK and good armor on that round, and he could have been in a much better position.
Wow. And this time around, Winterfox switching up the aggression. They go fast towards Fountain side, and they find the opening 2 picks. So nothing going right for Liquid right now. They're going to be at a 2-man disadvantage already into this round. Again, not even 10 seconds ticked off the clock when those 2 frags come out, and no trade could even possibly be attempted because there was no real angles there. XP3 got the pick and fell back, left Desi into a position to find that one and done, but he gets it and falls back. So it's not even a one and done position at that point. He's able to find that frag, get back to cover, and there's no trade to even come out remotely close from the Liquid side. So the 2-man advantage for him. XP3 watching long A should be able to spot Liquid's Simple jumping up here, and what a nice shot. Flicks down, finds the kill, and I mean, this round is pretty much done.
Yeah, it's over. And they did. Winterfox made a really good call there. First, they were aggressive, and they got those 2 early picks. And a lot of teams would make the mistake of continuing to be aggressive. You put yourself in bad positions. But what did they do? They immediately fell back to the site. You can see it right now. They have 3 people in A. They're just holding the sites now. They're not trying to give up any free kills, and they're all in really good positions. XP3 gets a good pick on Simple, and another great pick through the wall there.
He's actually looking for a 4K on this round. The last man standing is Hiko. 1 versus 5 does make it a 1v4. Finds XP3, finally shuts him down. Finds a second onto Desi. But now the rotation is coming in. The backstab is going to come out from Flowsick's side. They've also got to contend with Anger over here by the trash bin. And then at long A is going to be the final member in Lex. And not ready for that. Too many angles to check. And Winterfox is going to play that one intelligently. Shut it down 8-2. And it's like you said, I mean, they go for that early pick. They get 2 kills out of it. Now we see a pause surely coming out from the Liquid side.
Yeah,
because
really,
they need to figure out what the hell they're doing here because it's not working.
I was going to say they need to pause and they need to rethink what they're doing right now. It hasn't even been that they haven't done a good job taking the sites. At 4-2, they had a 4v2 advantage, but like they had 2 1v1s that went in favor of Winterfox, lost them the round. They had an easy take at A, but they couldn't win the round post plant. And then the next round, the same thing happened. I think 6th round, they planted at B, but in a 4v2 situation, or it might have been a 4v3 situation, they still couldn't hold the site because of bad post plant situation. And this is just a common theme in the NA scene where we don't know how to hold good post plant. And especially when you have the advantage, you play the bomb, and they're not playing off of each other. They're playing 1v3s, 1v2s, not getting the trades. When you're up in those numbers, you need to get the immediate trade when one of your teammates go down. and stop working these 1v1s when you have advantages. You're just giving players back to Winterfox, and they've taken advantage of those rounds. You can't fault Winterfox at all. And this allows them to be aggressive. This allows them to get those early push peaks. And then all of a sudden, Liquid doesn't know what to do anymore. Simple tries to get like a crazy peek over at long B. XP3 cleans that up. They try to take long A, and then short A. He gets another pick through the wall, and you can't really do anything. They have control of the map. They have control of everything. And they really need to talk about what they got. I think they need to slow it down, but you have to be careful of how you peak and be in good positions to get the trades. Be at a good angle for if they if Winterfox does an aggressive play, that you're in a position to get the kill, not just out in the open. And that last round, they were just in the open. Kusta was way too far up the step. You need to have better angles than that.
Absolutely. So we see him force up into this round. They're going to put a Tech 9 onto Simple, AK in the hand of Nitro, and Elysian, and Op in the hands of Kusta. I think this might be the first or second time that we've seen him with an Op so far in this matchup, 10 rounds in. So that's definitely, when you're Opper, when your economy is in shambles so much in this first half where you can't even put an Op into the hands of your Opper and have them be impactful into the rounds, then, it's kind of a dire situation. And you can actually see he's 2, 3, and 10. So obviously not having a very good matchup right now from Kusta. He was a little bit slow to start on the last map as well on Cash. I think he finished up the match with like 11 kills over the course of the entirety of that match. But we'll have to see. Oh, a missed smoke coming out from the CT side. You can see actually over there, well, we're in the eyes of Elise right now, I believe. That smoke landed so far back behind Monster. That was supposed to bank off of the railroad tracks and land in the front side of Monster, and it ends up going way too deep. So I don't know if it was because that smoke missed that they used the Molotov, or if they'd been using the Molotov just because to stave off any kind of quick aggression coming towards that way. But there you go, some damage being exchanged. Flow 6 spamming the wall. He's going to find some good damage, but he also gets chipped down to 30 for his troubles. So
yeah, but look at Dexy and Lex. They've gotten the information that there is literally nothing fountain, and this allows them to start rotating over towards B.
Yeah. Oh. There you go, though. Kusta and Simple, though, going to open up. But again, we've seen Liquid squander worse advantages than this. And Hiko, again, there you go. So now they've got the opening into this bomb site. The rotation from Desi and Lex was not fast enough to get there in time. And it looks like they're just going to fall back and save at this point. The economy, not that great on the Winterfox side, even though they've won 7 rounds in a row. So at least keeping the money hurt, Liquid is for Winterfox. But, adversely, you're down 8-3 now after this round is over.
Yeah.
So
this will be an awkward bye next round for Winterfox. They're doing the right thing to save here. They lost the site. As soon as I said they had all the information, he peeks long B, and Kusta gets the pick. Simple gets a pick into the site. This is before Lex and Desi even got over to the site, and it allowed them to take B. It was not a smart play. Exactly. I'm not even sure why they didn't continue the flank. If you looked at Liquid, they did have one guy watching the flank, but they were committed they had 4 guys committed to going into the site. Desi and Lex had all the information in the world. They could have had a quick rotate to B if they had just either gone double stairs or double flanking from T spawn, but instead they rotated all the way back through bathrooms, all the way through CT spawn back to B, and it gave Liquid time to actually take the site before they could get there. Well, they're not even going to buy here.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad decision with it being this late. You're 2/3 of the way through the half at this point, so
yeah, you got a round advantage. It's a good decision.
Yeah.
If they had they had another gun, it might have been a different decision. But they lost Desi in that round.
Yeah, they might want to put the AWP back into the hands of XP3. He's been pretty good with it when he's had it, but again, it's going to be really a matter of how they work with the rifles, which has been working out really, really well. But this time around, Liquid's going to go in towards B. They find an empty bomb site. Nothing really to contend with this right now. Lex is over here by CT spawn at the bottom of the stairs to come out towards B main. Near Graffiti, but not really going to be too terribly effective in this position. And Simple and Elise, you're just going to clean house over here by the flank coming around through the stairwell. So it should be an easy round now for Liquid. Shouldn't be too much of a harm being done here from Winterfox. As you can see, Lex just gearing up to save the M4 for a second round in a row to take that into the next round again. So we should see a buy up from Winterfox going into this next round. Lex should have enough money to drop an op over to XP3 if they so desire, but he needs to hold on to the M4 to do so.
Yeah. And Liquid did a really good job that round. They recognized that B was empty, that Winterfox was making some type of play, but they didn't overcommit. They sent the guys they needed in to plant the bomb, and then they had Liege and Simple have. Simple was watching the flank, but also he was playing it from ladder. So as soon as Liege recognized there was people at stairs and at the door, Simple drops down, gets 2 free kills in the back, and it was a really nice setup. Good patience by them not to commit to anything.
So here's that force up that you were kind of talking about before. I mean, it's going to be Flowsick with the FAMAS. Granted, they saved last round, but the money's still not right for their side. They opted to go for a little bit more on the utility side than the firepower. So Flowsick going to have the FAMAS, but he's been doing work with it so far in this matchup. Granted, he's only 8-8, but a lot of his kills that he's gotten have been pretty high impact through some of these rounds, especially in that, what was it, 2v5 or a 2v4, where you end up getting a 3K to close out the round. So
He's been working the bathrooms. You know, he has a knife on Simple. He got like 3K, I think 3 kills in the bathrooms just working around. They did, you know, Liquid had no idea where he was. It's just, he's done a great job. High impact kills, like you said.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes your frag count isn't always the most important thing, but it's not the quantity of the kills, it's the quality of the kills. And some of those kills have been crucial in Winterfox getting up to 8-4 going into this 13th round. But this time around, Liquid, look at the utility that they have. Even though they won the last round, did they even lose anybody? I don't think they did in the last round. Maybe Nitro, because he's on $1,900 going into this one. But, I mean, they've used so much utility early on. They have 2 smokes, a flash, and 2 smokes, 2 flashes, and a Molotov to work with for the remainder of this round. But when Desi's going to give you the opportunity to find that opening pick, you're going to take it. Not sure why Nitro decided to duck his head from that, but XP3 finds another one over there at that A bomb site, but this time around it's going to be a quick hit in towards B through Monster, and here comes Liquid. They're just going to try to roll in towards this site. Good pop flash comes out. That's going to blind him and hold him back. The Lex a little too aggressive over there, but Flowsick, again, there it is. The 2 frags with the FAMAS going to swing the favor back in towards the Winterfox side, and now Liege going to find one and done. Look at this angle from Simple. Nice management, using that little bit of a crack in the box to find that, and it's going to be him versus XP3 in this 1v1, and this should be at least just a positional advantage for Simple, because XP3 is not going to know if he's going to stay over here on short, he's going to go for the peek on long, but he throws it away.
Yeah, I just don't agree with that play at the end there. He makes a great play by putting himself in a position they weren't prepared for by pushing up on those boxes or right next to the bomb plant spot, and he's in a 2v1, so he gets that early trade. Then he makes the smart play to fall back, and you know, you could say that yeah, he wanted to probably kill him as soon as he tapped the bomb, but he wasn't quick enough. So the tap happened, looked back up, and XP3 got the easy kill. I don't agree with that. He should have played the bomb a little bit harder than that. The bomb was ticking down. There wasn't that much time left, so you know, another round to Winterfox that they probably shouldn't have won. And Flowsick, again, those impact kills were huge. He jumps up in the box, gets a great headshot on Hiko, takes out the bomb planter, the bomb gets planted, but that's 2 huge kills for him.
Yeah, massive impact frag. Again, Flowsick jumping over the top, angle a little bit off for Simple, finds a little bit of damage, but he's not really going to be able to do too terribly much from there. And again, Flowsick on the FAMAS, but you saw how it worked out last round for him, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal working forward into this one. Again, Desi over here by long A. He's got the support from Lex, who's going to have to hightail it into gear and get up here to support his teammate. And they are actually going to be both hunkered down in the corner here, and they might go for a double peek. And that's exactly what they do. So they're going to try to battle this one out, but they're blocking each other. They line up for Lex. The damage is done. It's a 2-for-1 trade, but Kuste at 13, Elise at 42. Now they're going to try to speed up behind this, and XP3 is going to be primed with the AWP over here by the front of default in the A bomb site. So he finds the easy pick and brings it back to a 3v3. But the jump peek, Kuste's ready. Elise finds another one, knocks him down, and Anger so far disengaged from this bomb site that it will be a plant for Liquid, and it should be a 5th round for them at least.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
I know. It's, we've seen crazy things, and with Elise and Kuste being as low as they are, Anger does have an opportunity at this. But
yeah, that's a really good smoke. That smoke was good. I don't know if he meant to throw it like that, but Anger comes up from the stairs, and the only thing he's looking towards truck. Hiko's got a perfect angle on him and gets that headshot. I thought Winterfox had that round. XP3 got the kill at short. He jumps over the box and gets traded, but the real problem was that Flowsick, as much as we said he was doing good things, he was out in the open, like up on Flower Pot, had nowhere to fall back from. There was an easy trade from Bathroom, and that's really what lost them the round. They didn't play, after they made it into a 3v3, they did not play their that advantage well. They had 2 people in that site to hold it, and they gave it away.
Yeah, not to
And the
mention,
rounds have been close. Now look at the economy. It's bad.
yeah.
They're having to save here.
And another thing to kind of note too was the fact that with Desi and Lex pushing on long A, they had an opportunity to find 3 kills from that position, but they bumped into each other so much at long that they didn't have a chance to really get out in the open and find those picks. Nobody could actually swing wide because nobody wanted to take the fight. And unfortunately, they did a lot of damage from that position, but they weren't able to get a tremendous amount of kills out of it. This time around, you can actually see they're going to get aggressive behind short B down in towards water. So this is going to be interesting. They're going to revamp things here a little bit on the Winterfox side and maybe go for a late push here through Subway. And now Flow6 actually gathering a lot of information. He finds out that Subway is clear, and they might be able to go for the backstab as they're going to hear Hiko running up towards the bathroom side. Kusta was primed and ready, but there you go. They find Hiko, and now 2 players are going to be able to push out behind this. So they're going to try to overwhelm Kusta, but unfortunately, Kusta is going to be privy to that, finds both of those kills. But now it's a stack in the A bomb site. So now they got to worry about all 3 of the remaining players from Winterfox that are over here. XP3 drops the leaves, gets an AK out of it, and they're going to try to work up onto the site.
Wow.
Lex and Desi doing work. Kusta, though, he's going to have to ace it to win it. 15 HP, not going to be able to make it happen. And Winterfox on the back of pistols win another round.
I don't
I
agree
can hear
with,
you face palming. I can literally hear it in your voice.
I don't agree with anything that Liquid just did there. So Hiko should have identified for his team that they were saving. They were 4 spot, but they had pistols. And there's 2 people that are flanking. Kusta gets both of those kills, and instead of just forcing your way into the A site, you have plenty of time to regroup and figure out where you want to go. Group up together. But instead, Elige on 13 HP, he jumps out of bathrooms towards long A and has a nade in his hand. Well, guess what? He gets killed. They continue to try to push towards the site, and everything falls apart because Winterfox has already gotten the information that they're not going B, so they're just in A for a setup. Liquid falls right into it and loses the last round because of it. Another round that they should have won. I swear they have had at least 4 or 5 rounds that they should have won and didn't pull it out because Winterfox played it smart and were able to get the retake and be in good positions.
Yeah. So a little bit awkward there at the end, but 10-5 for Winterfox. They kind of recovered off of the back of that difficult loss on cash earlier, and this time around they're going to take a 5-round lead into the second half. So see if they're going to be able to do anything in this pistol round. A pistol round victory for them here would be absolutely massive, and you can see Nitro taking an early duel here with Flowsick, and they're exchanging blows a little bit here. 68 for Flowsick, 76 for Nitro to start the round off, but no casualties just yet for either side. Nitro still taking a little bit of a risky peek over here towards the subway side, or towards the monster side, pardon me, but not going to really find too much damage in that avenue as the bomb's slowly creeping up through bathrooms. And oh man, Simple dink down to 10 HP. He's going to have to resign from this area, but he's going to get swarmed on. And there you go. They're coming around the side, but Kusta finds one, gets the opening pick. Now Simple swings, finds one. Not going to be able to get a second one, but they are in a position now to deny the bomb plant should it come in. But look at this, fighting back. Lex and XP3 take 2 more with them. Hiko and Elige going to be your last 2 standing here for the CT side. Able to swing out. Lex exposed in the bomb site, but he just spams away with the Glocks and finds the headshot. Hiko going to be your last man standing 1v3. Now he's got to be worried about a flank coming in, and that's exactly where it's coming from. He does good damage onto Flowsick, takes him down very, very low, spots out Lex, knows where he's coming from now. But again, I mean, Flowsick, no reason for him to even remotely think about peeking here. And Hiko just going to go for the smoke diffuse. He does have a kit to work with. He's going to get himself into the site, but not going to be able to make it happen. And Winterfox somehow pull out another pistol round win.
Yeah, Hiko had nothing he could do there. They had a crossfire on him. The smoke diffuse was about the only option at that point. There was not much time left. It kind of was back and forth for me on that because Simple gets headshot at long A, and he falls back, and he's at 10 HP. They start rushing towards this, and I'm thinking that A site's about to get overrun. But Kusta gets a headshot, Simple gets a headshot, and they even it out after the trades. The Liquid just XP3 hits some great shots and evens around or wins the round for him actually.
There you go. Though the pistol buy up from the CT side starts off very strong, but Desi's got other plans. He's going to be able to find 2, and Lex finishes it off. So in the blink of an eye, Winterfox up 12-5 now. Just a basic rush over towards that B bomb site. 3 kills on the board for the Liquid side, but it's not going to be enough. And we are going to see them drop down to a 7-round deficit here into the second half. And no force buy coming up into the 3rd round here, so we're going to see probably a 13-5 scoreline, and they're not even going to invest in any pistol upgrades. Now Simple does buy up a 5-7. He did get 2 kills with the last round, but it's just going to be a B stack here.
Yeah, this is the smart play for Liquid. They forced last round, got some kills, but you know, Winterfox took the round pretty quickly. They need the ops in their hands, and they need to start pulling out some rounds after that. Hopefully, they get some kills here. I mean, they did take out 3 members of Winterfox last round. If they can do the same thing this round, it'll put them in a situation that if they lose the next gun round, they would be on a save. So that would be pretty big round. But we'll see what they can do here with just USPs and 157. Got a really interesting. They got the stat going over at B for Hub.
Yeah, the 3-man boost.
Yeah.
But I mean, Nitro with a USP from that position, I mean, even if he's able to put some damage out or maybe get a dink, the USP just doesn't do nearly enough damage from that position to be able to really find a lot of kills in that area. But they're going to get flashed back. Flowsick just lurking on the B-bomb site, trying to keep him honest, but the rotations come all the way over towards A. Simple at 25, 2 HP for Kusta. That nade rips him apart, but Alicia's somehow able to find a kill out of this. So they at least have a man advantage going into this post-plant, but there's really not a lot they're going to be able to do with the limited firepower that they have. And you can see it. There you go. Desi, I think, actually got jump dinked from a Liege, but nevertheless, here comes the cleanup crew. The UMP going to work. XP3 going to be looking for another one. But it's going to be Anger to finish off Pico. Last man standing against Nitro. Can't get it lined up. Desi finishes him off. And that will be the 13-5 scoreline. They only lose Lex out of the round. They've got Plenty of money here on the Winterfox side to continue to move forward. And, I mean, Liquid, it's time to make a stand here, because if you lose this and get reset, you're staring down the barrel of match point.
Yeah, you're in trouble. And something to recognize there, going back to the cast match, Winterfox played it exactly the same way they did in the cash match. They win the pistol, they do a fast B execute, or a fast execute in general on the first eco, and then they play a slower 4-1 eco setup on the second round, the third eco round. Really smart by kind of mix it up, make sure they stay together, and on both eco rounds, stay together, get your trade. You know, don't get caught off guard. That's the way to play those ecos.
So the full gun round on the board here, and it is just a brawl over at B. The trades come out, and Liquid comes out on top of this one. So a very quick round over there at the B-bomb site. Winterfox looking to just put some pressure on early, and it gets completely destroyed.
Really well played by Simple. He used the smoke that he put down as a wall, and you saw the Winterfox members just jumping through it, and he's able to pick up 2-3 kills as they rush into the B side. I don't like how Winterfox played that round. They wanted to try to maybe surprise them with a fast round, but again, this is a map when the CTs have full economy, which they were going into their first gun round. Maybe not the best economy, but enough to stop a rush that's coming towards B.
So this time around, it's going to be a bit of a force up here from the Winterfox side. Good spam through the plank, going to find some good damage. Kusta with the AWP should get an opportunity here. Legs Anger as he jumps out. Obviously, the more important or the more intelligent way to peek out through there is going to be the jump peek or the shoulder peek to try to draw the pre-fire if you can, but ends up getting legged for his troubles, but he lives to fight another day. They do swap out, though. They're going to throw the rifle over to XP3, and he's going to get the Tech 9, maybe eventually, if he can find it. I don't know. Actually, XP3 didn't drop him his pistol.
He tried to drop it, he hasn't picked it up
there
yet.
There you go.
I was going to say that just if you kind of alluded to it, if you're going to jump peek it like that, why not have XP3 with the Tech 9 do it first, you know, instead of jumping out with an AK? You're a little bit slower, you know, but he ends up trading the gun anyway, so XP3 has it now, but, you know, why not? You can just shoulder peek it. You know there's usually an opper there.
Good placement from Nitro, though. Pop Flash comes out, blinds XP3. He's going to be there for the cleanup on the repeak. And now you can actually see the pressure coming in towards the B-bomb site is all 4 players. The bomb is actually going to get planted here. Lee's just got a lot of work ahead of him. He's going to get flashed out of position. He's going to fall back a little bit here. Lex still hiding in the bomb site. He hasn't evacuated the premise just yet, so they're going to push on in. Simple up top, but he's going to get taken down. Now Lex is going to try to get himself out of there, but he's stuck. Now the pinch comes out. Nitro on short, finds the opener, and then Kusta finishes off Lex. So a 7th round now for Team Liquid. They're down, but they're not out just yet.
Yeah. I think the comeback is real, but we'll see. I don't really like how
Calling it already, huh? Damn.
I think so,
right.
Because this is the CT side is a map that ops can rule, and if Kusta takes advantage of it, and I hope he does by pushing different spots of the map, it'll be good for them. But going back to that round, I don't like how Winterfox did that. I like the idea. They threw these smokes that were just up in heaven and also blocking off graffiti, but if you're going to throw those smokes, then you need to be aggressive and kill the CTs in the site. And they didn't do that. They just planted the bomb and hoped they could win the post play. Well, it was a 5v4, and you're not in position. You don't have any smokes to get yourself in a good position. It was easy for Liquid to retake that site because there was no good smokes down.
Now the aggression comes out from the Winterfox side. They're going to push up on towards A. Leaving Kusta unchecked over here. He's just going to spam away with that USB. Gets a nice headshot onto XP3. They do give Desi an M4. And it is down to a 2v1. And he is going to get the bomb planted. So some factors working in his favor. The only thing that's really kind of not working in his favor is the fact that he's only got 38 HP. He's going to pick up the off. Spots 2 players coming out through Dumpster's side. Oh, he's just not an opper. That's a shame.
He's not. But it was the right move. He needed to make a play. He picked up the off, the one-shot kill. If he had gotten that kill on the stairs, that was a different fight. You know, one comes down to a 1v1, you don't know what's going to happen. But that's actually a really good round. The one way that Winterfox is going to keep this game, like, just go ahead and win this game right now.
Money.
Keep the money low. Keep taking guns out of Liquid's hands. And getting the bomb down, keeping yourself in the game with these buys. Now they have a really good buy. They have 3 mollies, and the rest they have full utility. Looks good. Let's see what they do.
Look at that, 4 Molotovs, 4 incendiaries on the Liquid side, too. They throw one out. They usually always throw this one out early over here by Monster to kind of quell any kind of extra early aggression coming out from the Winterfox side. So that's $600 getting thrown 10 seconds in the round. Typically speaking, you're not going to see a real fast strat over towards B, but that was kind of Winterfox's first strat in the gun round, but we'll see them slow it down this time around. They're going to take a little bit towards bathroom control. They've got full party control. They've got full bathroom control. Yeah. They're going to work the bomb back over towards the B-bomb sites. So this could end up being try to work a pick at A, then fall back and go down through the corridor, through subway, and hit the B-bomb site. But Kusta's got different plans. Finds that frag onto Anger, and the man advantage going Liquid's way early on in this round. So maybe they're just a CT-sided Overpass team, because their T-side looked very sloppy.
Well, there it is. I mean, Kusta gets the early pick, changes his position, and he's really good at that. He loves to change his position every round, gets that early pick, and that's exactly what they needed. And now it's kind of obvious they're going towards B, and Liquid set up for it. I don't know. This depends on if we can get the early pick.
Well, there you go. And it's Kusta. This round is all Kusta. All Kusta all day. 4 frags for him. Starting to heat up now with the AWP. Granted, he was very low on the frag total in that first half. I think he was like had 2 or 4 kills throughout the first half. He's up to 16 now, so doing a little bit of work here on the T side, or on the CT
well, I
side.
think through the first 5 rounds, you called it. He had 1 kill. He actually had 0 kills through the first 4 rounds.
He
got
1
kill. So yeah. he's really picked it up, and I expect him to, you know, I would like to see him go B at some point, but just keep mixing up at A, get the information, allow your B players to be a little bit more aggressive with 3 there, and just change up your spot every round. That's going to give you the information you need.
Yeah, Kusta finished the first half with 7 kills, and he's gotten 9 so far in the second half. So big turnaround from him so far. Again, just another quick strat over here towards the B-bomb site, and it's just going to get completely shut down. Simple Hiko and Elige doing work. Going to find all of those kills. Kind of a throwaway round there for Winterfox. 13-10 now, double digits for Liquid. A pause coming out probably from Winterfox to rethink their strategy a little bit going into this one, because if it wasn't for the pistol round pickup for him in the 2 subsequent rounds that they got after that, this could be, you know, 13-10 the other direction right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Liquid had some great rounds on T side, but they weren't able to pull it through. Bad post-plant positioning, and they put themselves in this situation where they have to make the comeback. And I said Kusta would have to pick up his game. It's not, Hiko hasn't really had a good game, but that round right there, that was a full buy for Winterfox. They did a typical B smoke execute. Hiko sets up at barrels, and the thing about that I love about this map, it kind of sets up. Hiko loves the B sites in general. He always plays the B sites, but it allows Hiko to do Hiko things over in that site as well. If he's able to have his teammates distract for him while he's hiding at barrels, which he did just there, he can dominate. He killed 1 person coming through the smoke at short B. He killed 2 people coming up from long B, and that's because they just weren't even looking at him. They were getting counter flashed. They weren't ready for him to be there. They threw a molly into the barrels, but he just smoked it out. And I guess there just wasn't that recognition that he could be there because it's smoked out, or they maybe thought he moved or something. But yeah, they need to continue on this path. The economy is looking really good for Liquid now. So even if they lose a round, they're going to be able to buy. That round was not productive for Winterfox at all. The economy doesn't look so great for them. I mean, they could force here. Obviously, they were going to have Galils and some AKs, but it's not the position they want to be in.
I assume that's what this pause is for as well. Talk about what they want to do going into this next round, figure out whether or not they want to go for a force buy. They've had more luck going towards the A-bomb site than the B-bomb site so far in this half, Winterfox. So I kind of expect to see maybe a little bit of a slower strategy towards that A-bomb site, leave Flowsick over to lurk at B, try to find a pick over in that area. But really, it's going to be, I mean, Liquid gets equally as much time to talk about what they want to do going into this. And, do they continue to do what they've done in the past couple of rounds where it's kind of been, nothing, they're not really doing anything super special in these last few rounds. It's just they've been winning all of the aim fights. Do they switch things up? Do they send Kusta down towards Fountainside to find an early pick? Do they send him over towards B to pick down Monster early on in the round? But it is going to be a save for Winterfox. They're going to buy some armor to kind of equalize the money here, but they're going to have the full money bonus going into the next round. So we will see a gun round coming out from Winterfox after this one is said and done.
And you call it. Kusta's going to B right now, and I like this a lot. Change it up, put him in a different position. The only thing is this is an eco, so maybe you're not getting out of it what you wanted, but they are changing up what they're doing.
Well, that's a crappy start for Liquid.
Wow, and Kusta just pushes and gets 1-d'd. That's not really
the pocket op. I mean, they've already got B control on Winterfox's side. They find the opening 2 picks, one in Subway, one at long B by Monster. And now it's going to be on, can they come back and retake? And Anger pushing through that smoke, and Subway trades out Nitro, so it's down to a 2v3. Make that a 2v2 as Elise coming around from Pit. He's done so well working this Pit area, but he's not accounting for Anger to come off the short B. And Lex on the flank comes around. And yeah, so that was a round that was flubbed there by Liquid. I mean, they had every advantage going into that round. They had the range advantage, they had the firepower advantage, they had the utility advantage, and they used none of it at the beginning of that round.
Well,
XP3 getting a pick in Subway is completely ridiculous with the P250 close range.
It's kind of the double-edged sword, because that Liquid was talking about, okay, what are we going to do this round? But they didn't take into account maybe Winterfox is going to save. So they did this play expecting that Winterfox is going to have guns. Oh, they run into pistols, and it just completely backfires on them. And, Kusta pushing into pipe with an op by himself, is that a design play? I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, at first it didn't look like he was going to push in there.
Sure. After the pick, he started pushing.
Yeah.
But you're with an op by yourself. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, let's not take anything away from Desi. That was a really sick wounding that he hit on him too. So
he stayed back. Great shot by him, but
yeah,
no chance for a trade by Liquid. There was no trade on any of those kills.
But there you go. Now Kusta back in his comfort zone over at A. He's going to find the opening pick onto Anger. It's going to be down to a 5 versus 4. Flowsick's got himself up on short B, but look at this. Desi's actually up in the site right now at A, wreaking havoc. He's going to find Simple as well. Kusta over at Optimus is going to be able to find one more pick, but Desi just continues to wreak havoc on these players at A. He's going to get in a great position here to find a fourth, maybe even be able to find the ace out of this round as well. He's going to go for the reload, falls back to bank, and this is great because now Hiko's got so many angles to clear, and Desi gets the ace, and Winterfox get their 15th round.
Amazing
what
round.
What a monster play from Desi.
Incredible round by Desi. I mean, Desi sets up the last round
He's
by
31 and 16 too.
Yeah.
He's carrying right now.
He's going crazy. That's just crazy. That was a beautiful round. He set up the last round with the Deagle. He opens up this round with the AKs. He's in a unique spot up on top of the default boxes, getting picks. Liquid is making terrible plays by pushing through the smoke when the bomb is down. It's down in front of Kusta. It's not even planted, and they continue to be aggressive and try to get kills. That's what's losing in the round. And I might want to take back what I said earlier, that the comeback was real. I mean, it's not
Welcome
looking
to
good
the caster's curse, baby.
I did it to him. It's my fault.
It's completely your fault. You guys can submit all of your anger over to @HolymanCS on Twitter.
Well, I really think the last two rounds, Liquid had an advantage that round again. Kusta gets a pick, Simple gets a pick, but instead of playing smart, the bomb was down in front of Truck. They kept playing into Desi, and Desi's just on fire right now.
It was actually interesting. I'm watching it back because we have a big delay, a minute delay on the stream here, so I'm kind of watching it rehash over on my other monitor right now. And the play from Elige when he got aggressive through that smoke, I can kind of understand that because the pressure was coming on, and in the position that they were in, Kusta had just killed the bomb carrier. So it wasn't like Elige had really an option to say, okay, well, the bomb's down, I'm not going to push this. So I can kind of understand that decision, but I mean, Desi just God mode that last round. Beautiful job from him. And now again, it's going to be the harassment over towards the A bomb site. Nitro though flashing through a smoke. Finally going to be able to answer back. XP3 is down. Elige did open up the round onto Flowsick, but now the bomb is rotating back in towards B, and it's going to be on Kusta here. And he does drop the bomb carrier. 15 seconds left on the clock. Not a lot of time to think about. And they're going to push through a smoke. That was a little bit off by Anger. And there you go. Nitro finishes it off. So they live to fight another day, 11-15.
No, that was a good round. That really well done by Kust. Didn't overplay it. Got the pick, which was the bomb carrier. Allowed his teammates to get there. I mean, he could easily have re-peeked and gotten killed there, but instead he just waits. His teammates are dropping out of balcony, and that allows him to get another peek and a kill. So, well done. And it puts him on a save. Puts Winterfox on a save. So hopefully Liquid plays this round right.
You know what happened last time they had this kind of a buy-up? This time, though, Kusta's going to Subway. And he gets a one and done. So, again, I mean, just... I understand the aggression. I understand taking the fight to him in that situation, but... Here's the smoke come out. Here's the footsteps. He still decides to take the peek. He could have easily just fallen back in that situation, yielded that area to him, and, you know, ultimately lived to fight another day. Now he's given an op over to XP3. He's going to get the trade onto Elige, and it's a 3v3 situation. B bomb site is open for business. Full control here for the terrorist side. They're going to move the bomb on up here. XP3 with the op down in the pit behind the pole, but it's Anger to find one. So this could be the coffin nail right here, right now, and it comes on another pistol buy from Winterfox.
Winterfox have themselves in good position. Yeah. Easy pick by XP3. Hits Nitro, and Anger cleans it up.
So there you go. Really lackluster play there from Liquid on this map, if I am being completely honest with you. I'm a little bit disappointed by the way that they handled some of those situations, kind of the way that you brought it to light with your beautiful color commentary. But that's going to be it for that one. 16-11. I mean, you want to revamp a little bit on that one? What happened there? I mean, Liquid just not playing together.
Yeah, they weren't playing together. For one, they lost both pistols, and on that T side, when we thought that they had rounds, they had the advantage on rounds, they quickly lost those advantages by playing 1v1s, playing out of position. Post bomb plants, they weren't helping each other. They weren't getting quick trades. They had like a 4v2, maybe a 4v3, but every kill that Winterfox was getting was not being traded. And it just poor decision making on the T side. CT side, they lose pistol. They start winning gun rounds, and they're stepping up. They're getting kills. They got a good economy building up. The pause happens, and when the pause happens, Winterfox has decided they're going to save. They're probably not even talking about that save round too much. They're going to do some quick rush, quick play, try to get the bomb down with a couple smokes, and they're really talking about the next round. Well, Liquid, you know, the double-edged sword is probably saying, okay, they're going to do something a little different here. We should be aggressive. Let's get Kusta to push or peek the down tunnel at B. Let's push downstairs. It backfired on them. They ran into pistols. They weren't prepared for it. They lost that round, and that's where it started getting out of control. The same thing happens at the end of the match where Kusta pushes down the stairs. I don't disagree with the push down the stairs, but where's his help? Where's his teammate? You knew that they would be on low money if you're paying attention to their economy at all. Kusta pushes down there by himself, and guess what? XP3 gets an op and literally wins them that round. They get the kill on Kusta. XP3 takes the site into the op at B, or into B. He gets a kill at Graffiti and hits the other guy. It's over. You had no chance. And that's based off of 2 pistol rounds. So I just think it's poor decision making on Liquid's part. You know, I think they need to pay attention. They need a little bit better on the post-bomb plan, a little bit better recognition of what the economy looks like. If you're going to have your opera go somewhere, send somewhere with them to help them. They never did that, you know? So it's been the curse of Liquid where they win one match very decisively and then they lose the next match, or vice versa. They lose the first match, win the next match. And I just don't know where this inconsistency is coming from, because on paper, I think they're one of the best teams in NA. So,
alrighty. Well, on that note, guys, that's going to be it for our Winterfox Liquid doubleheader. Coming up next is going to be CLG versus Luminosity, which is kind of probably our biggest matchup of the night. It's a doubleheader between those two teams. First map is going to be Cobblestone. Second map is going to be Overpass. And we'll be back in a few minutes with that, guys. Keep in mind, we are actually switching the stream over to the main ESL stream. So it's not going to be ESL_CSGO B. It's going to be just the ESL_CSGO stream. So we'll be over there, guys. Should be live here in another minute or so. And then we'll be bringing you that matchup and the rest of the matches for the rest of the evening. So keep that in mind, guys, and we'll see you over on that side in a few minutes.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, TheScoreEsports.com, G2A, NVIDIA, and ESEA.